You want to watch? I know. Today is final, but you want me to talk about it?
Yes, Father.
Sometimes when I sit down, I show interest in something. God bring it to my say. This is what you want to see. Everything like what we are doing now, it has happened before now. Like you say, you play a game today. The game has been played before today, and people like me has watched the game. You know, a believer, I can do all things through. You know, our law is wonderful. Sometimes it just when God is prepared blessing, this is blessing, and you are not ready to take it, you may take it any other day. Yes, this blessing is for a country you are not expecting. This victory is for a country you are not expecting. Just to make them smile because of past record they have. What happened to them in the history? I mean, God want to make them happy because of the victim of what happened to them in the past. That record is bringing back. That put it behind you. Yeah, this is joy. Everybody will celebrate. That will make them to forget about the past record of what happened to the same country when they were going and such a thing happened. This is they forget it and dancing and dancing. God showed me first, second, in the second half at 25 minutes. This is 25 minutes. So thank you. Wave your hand. There's a mistake they should cover. Even if you have opportunity to enter the television where they are playing, you enter and flog them. Why you get to score this thing? You face goalkeeper and you play it about the ball. Face to face with the goalkeeper and you are now playing it outside. Is that not a big mistake?
Big
That
mistake.
is the goal that will have given you cup.
Hmm.
So it's a mistake. Now taking it to other side. But second half,
Ivory
I
Coast,
think
oh,
some
Ivory
correction can
Coast.
be made. Well, I don't know how do you make this correction, but mistake come. Thank you.
Well, we've seen this
Hmm.
team from Southern
The match now
Africa
don't start now. There
pull
you go.
apart some of their West African counterparts in the tournament so far.
Driven and inspired by the memory of 18
Their
Zambia
brother.
players who
Oh
tragically
my
died in a
God.
plane crash
Hmm.
in this city back in 1993. There's a sign over on the far side saying, "We honour the players from 93." Lots of motivation, lots of determination for Zambia. But Ivory Coast, of course, equally determined. The big players will be desperate to get their hands on that cup.
The big
Zambia
players,
in
which is
green
Ivory Coast.
and black. Ivory Coast in their usual shirts, all in orange. And it's Ivory Coast who have the ball. Jean-Jacques Gosso gets his first touch at right back. We'll bring you the lineups in just a moment. Sol Bamba picking up the ball.
This should end the cycle of the golden generation of Ivorian football. But for the Chipolopolo Stars from Zambia, they also need to pay homage to all those, the 30 members who died 28 years ago.
Ivory Coast have the ball in midfield, but it's Zambia on the attack here. Katongo could possibly get an across here, the number 11. He gets towards the corner flag. Can he get it in with his right boot? Good sliding challenge by Bamba.
This is the way we want to see them play in the second half. Just continue from where they left off in the first half, and hopefully we might see a goal before we enter into extra time.
There's a long way to go potentially in this game, isn't there, Ibrahim? But Ivory Coast in the shape of Gervinho trying to make a breakthrough here. Gervinho goes into the penalty area. He gets a shove in the back.
25
That is a
minutes
penalty
into second half.
indicated by the referee from
Exactly
Senegal.
25
Broke quickly.
minutes
He
into
burst
second
through
half.
two defenders and he managed to get
Ladies
through
and
just
gentlemen.
into the penalty area. Did the challenge from Isaac Chance come just outside? Or was it just inside? It's hard to tell. It was also Nyambe Malenga in there as
Exactly
well.
25 minutes
A
into
couple of
second half.
moments after that, Drogba, who received an injury
Big
early
name
in this
is their
second half when
brother.
he got a knock to the head, but he stayed on even though we thought he was going to have to go off. 69 minutes played. Drogba,
Boom!
penalty over the bar!
That's the
Didier
mistake.
Drogba got underneath
That
it,
is the
scooped it
mistake.
over the top, and it remains 0-0 in the final of the Africa Cup of Nations.
Mine oh mine, Kennedy Mwene He is the man for the Nations Cup final. He did it against Ghana, against the Samoan. This time around, put a fear into Didier Drogba, and
That
Drogba
is
had
the
to
mistake.
sky that one over the
If na
crossbar.
me, I
Just
no go
as the
miss that
Prophet
match.
said, at exactly 25 minutes into the second half of the Africa Cup of Nations final match, there was a mistake. A crucial penalty was missed that cost Ivory Coast the cup at precisely 25 minutes into the second half of the match.
God showed me first, second, in the second half, at 25 minutes. This is 25 minutes. So thank you. Wave your hand. There's a mistake they should cover. Even if you have opportunity to enter the television where they are playing, you enter and flog them. Where you get to score this thing? You face goalkeeper and you play it over the ball. Face to face with the goalkeeper and you are now playing it outside. Is that not a big mistake?
Big mistake.
That is the
Very big
goal
mistake.
that would have given you cup.
He was trying to curl it, right footed,
That's what
didn't
I'm
put all
doing.
the power into it. He's complaining
If I
about the penalty
lose the
spot,
ball.
Didier Drogba. He got right underneath it. You know exactly what he was trying to do. He was trying to curl it into the top
Almighty,
corner, but he just got too
Didier
much
Drogba.
on it, and it stays 0-0. 70 minutes played, 0-0 in the final of the Nations Cup.
So it's a mistake.
Yes.
Now taking it to other side. God want to make them happy because of the victim of what happened to them in the past. That record is bringing back. That put it behind you. Yeah, this is joy. Everybody will celebrate. That will make them to forget about the past record of what happened to the same country when they were going and such a thing happened. This is there they forget it and dancing and dancing.
In 2006, when Ivory Coast lost to Egypt in a penalty shootout, you can hear what the fans think of it. Massive run up. He's on the edge of the D here. It'll be a right-footed penalty. Steps up, sprints up, and it's saved by Mwene. And this time it is a save. The player who's going to take this historic moment for Zambia. It's Rainford Kalaba, the number 17. Rainford Kalaba will have up he steps, and it's over! Rainford Kalaba spoons it over the bar, and Zambia's historic opportunity goes banking at least for a few more moments. The Arsenal man who will step up to take this next penalty. It's 7-7 in this shootout. Both teams have missed one penalty each. Mwene has saved the penalty already. Can he save this one? He can't, but it's not wide! It's not wide from Javinho. Javinho puts his spot kick wow wide. And yet again, Zambia have the chance to win the Cup of Nations with this next penalty. For Zambia, if he scores, Zambia are the Africa Cup of Nations champions. Sunzu is the man now, with the opportunity to make history for Chipolo Polo. Up he steps and scores! Stupila Sunzu with the decisive strike, which gives Zambia's Chipolo Polo their first ever Nations Cup title in the country where their national team died in an air crash in 1993. The force of history has been with them throughout this tournament, they have felt.
This blessing is for a country you are not expecting. This victory is for a country you are not expecting. Just to make them smile because of past record they have. What happened to them in the history. God wants to make them happy because of the victim of what happened to them in the past. That record is bringing back. That put it behind you. Yeah, this is joy. Everybody will celebrate. That will make them to forget about the past record of what happened to the same country when they were going and such a thing happened.
But I'm happy to come here with the team, with the national team. I said to myself that, and I said to the boys that some of us will be more emotional than the others. But a lot of Zambian people are emotional about their team. They're emotional about the team because of what it did on the pitch. Because they were very, very talented, very, very ambitious. A team that had been together for a long time. A little bit the case that is what is happening here. You know, a team we have had it for 5 years. And so I feel a connection for me to stand here. I feel proud to bring the national team, and of course what the minister said. They were gallant men who fought in the same thing that keeps us busy every day. That we can't sleep. This football, we had other people who were dedicated as much as we were, but today they are not here, and God has given us a few more days to see in this life.
For Zambia, if he scores, Zambia are the Africa Cup of Nations champions. Sun Tzu is the man now, with the opportunity to make history for Chipolo Polo. Up he steps and scores! Stopping Sun Tzu with the decisive strike, which gives Zambia's Chipolo Polo their first ever Nations Cup title in the country where their national team died in an air crash in 1993. The force of history has been with them throughout this tournament, they have felt, and now that has been vindicated in a penalty shootout of high drama after a final of great entertainment, magnificent tension, which have nonetheless finished 0-0. Ivory Coast have just the one title to the name still. It's Chipolo Polo's turn to gather together in prayer and to just pause for a moment to consider what they have done and what the team which perished in 1993 here in Gabon might have done.
Well, the wonderful moment that Zambia have been dreaming about throughout their history. Issa Ayutu and the president of Gabon, Mr. Bongo.
And it's the two presidents hand over the trophy to Katongo.
And Zambia are champions of Africa. Unbelievable. Christopher Katongo, their captain, lifts the trophy. The fireworks go off. And Zambia have won their first continental championship against all the odds. Although, really, many people will feel it was written in the stars that they would win here in Gabon.
Well, it was their ace in the pack, that overwhelming sense of belief that destiny had carried them here as the players just lose control. They've got that trophy in their hands now. And well, many decades have passed as they've been trying to get hold of it. And just look at the celebrations. Look what it means to them.